I'm Anthony Pecoraro, and straight ahead on WVU News, I'll tell you what WVU police are doing to help keep the Morgantown community safe. Officials warn that before leaving any fire unattended for any amount of time, the fire must be completely put out. If not, and the fire spreads, then the state has the right to charge the landowner for all the damages caused. The app is designed to provide a two-way channel of communication between the community and safety officials. To report a tip, all you have to do is click on Report Tips, select the category, press Send Tip, and WVU police will be informed immediately. It was right around here that one of the sexual assaults occurred recently, and with the rail trail spanning across 48 miles through 3 counties in the Mountain State, there's plenty of places for people to hide, such as right here. It seems calm now, but right behind me just a few days ago was the scene where thousands of WVU fans were rioting just hours after WVU upset Baylor. Law enforcement had to step up and use tear gas and pepper spray due to nearly 40 fires being set and dozens of properties being damaged. I'm Anthony Pecoraro, and straight ahead on WVU News, I'll tell you what people throughout West Virginia will need to do this fall to be more cautious with fires.
WVU expelled 3 students who rioted after the football game against Baylor 2 weekends ago.
Crime reporter Anthony Pecoraro joins us now at the desk to tell us what further action the university may be taking. Anthony?
Thanks, Kylie and James. Those 3 students were among 14 people arrested and charged after the riots. Students celebrating caused over $45,000 in damage. I sat down with the university and city officials recently to find out how they're working together to prevent post-game riots from happening again. Just hours after WVU upset Baylor at home recently, WVU fans went wild into the late hours of the night by setting fires, knocking down streetlights, and damaging police vehicles, as this was the first time tear gas had to be used in years. Several people were arrested, but the investigation is not over. For many who live in the Sunnyside area where the riots began say they were terrified.
7 or 8 cop cars showed up at once, and then a bunch of people started running in all directions, and I guess they started tear gassing.
WVU President Gordon Gee says the actions that occurred were unacceptable, and those found responsible will be expelled.
What we need to do is we need to learn and move on, but we also need to be very responsible in moving on, and we need to make certain that those who are responsible for misbehavior understand that it's just unacceptable.
It seems calm now, but right behind me just a few days ago was the scene where thousands of WVU fans were rioting just hours after WVU upset Baylor. Law enforcement had to step up and use tear gas and pepper spray due to nearly 40 fires being set and dozens of properties being damaged. Morgantown police say they have a simple message for those who wish to engage in rioting in the future.
The message is being sent very clearly, unequivocally. If you're going to do this kind of criminal activity, we don't want you here in Morgantown. We don't want you here at WVU.
Police are continuing to review social media posts and videos in hopes of identifying others involved. It's believed as many as 5,000 people were involved in the riots. If you have any information or can help identify any of those people, call the number at the bottom of your screen. James and Kylie, back to you.
And West Virginia is the only state where the number of violent crimes has increased over the last 20 years. Crime reporter Anthony Pecoraro joins us now. Anthony?
Thanks, James and Kylie. Robberies and assaults are just some of the crimes that have taken place near WVU's campus recently. I spoke to police officials who say there are precautions you can take to stay safe. It's been making headlines the past few weeks. An armed robbery on High Street, another armed robbery on North Spruce Street, and 2 sexual assaults on the rail trail. For Lenny Skizes, who walks home alone at night, she says these headlines are making her scared.
It's really frightening of what can happen to somebody when they're alone, because it happens to all of us when we're walking back late at night.
WVU police, however, say there are simple steps people can take to significantly reduce their chances of becoming a victim.
You know, don't walk alone. Stay in well-lit areas. If you see something across the street, call the police, send in a live safe message. You know, you have to be engaged.
It was right around here that one of the sexual assaults occurred recently, and with the rail trail spanning across 48 miles through 3 counties in the Mountain State, there's plenty of places for people to hide, such as right here. The two sexual assaults occurred within hours of each other. However, WVU students did not receive an emergency alert from university police. Also, no alerts were sent out following both armed robberies. Not knowing if Skeezes will be informed the next time a crime occurs, she says she won't be walking alone anymore.
Since I'm a senior, I never thought about it before. I've never had any past experiences, but now I'll be sure to walk home with at least one other person.
Officials say you can decrease your chances of becoming a victim by 90% by staying in a group of 3. Anthony Pecoraro, WVU News, Morgantown. WVU police do send crime alerts, and all students are automatically signed up for these texts. For more information, visit the website at the bottom of your screen. James and Kylie, back to you.
This spring, forest fires burned nearly 10,000 acres in West Virginia.
With fire season starting up again, WVU News reporter Anthony Pecoraro joins us with tips on how to burn fires safely. Anthony?
Thanks, James and Kylie. Nearly half of the fires set this past spring were to burn debris, but these fires can quickly escalate out of hand. But the state of West Virginia has strict laws on how and where to burn fires. The hope is to keep people from irresponsibly setting fires that could cause extensive damage. I spoke with an official who says it's easy to stay safe while burning fires. According to the West Virginia Division of Forestry, last fall there were 140 fires reported throughout the Mountain State, and 51% of those fires were deliberately set. However, David White, who camps regularly throughout the year, has his own ways of staying safe.
If me and my friends are out camping and we're at a new area, we always look really hard for an established campfire pit.
Officials say the state requires a ring or safety strip around fires to keep a fire from spreading.
Fire is a tool, and properly used, a tool can be good. And in these cases, when you turn around and take the precautions that come with that, as you said, keeping your piles small, maintaining a water source in case something happens.
Officials warn that before leaving any fire unattended for any amount of time, the fire must be completely put out. If not, and the fire spreads, then the state has the right to charge the landowner for all the damages caused.
I think the most important of all is really when you leave, taking care of cleaning up your mess, making sure your fire is properly put out. Don't just throw your trash in it and walk away and stuff like that. That's how fires accidentally get started.
Fall forest fire season runs from October 1st through December 31st. During these 3 months, fires are prohibited between 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more information, visit the website at the bottom of your screen. James and Kylie, back to you.